Hi, I am Dr. Shaumili Mandal and I am back with my fourth lecture of the fifth module or week. So, my fourth lecture will be folk performances of Central and West India. In this, I'll be talking about the major folk performances happening in Central and West India, Western India. Through lively folk dances and performances, traditional art forms continue to flourish in central and western India to culturally rich regions. These expressive storytelling styles preserve centuries old traditions and ceremonies while also reflecting the people's values, beliefs, and daily life. Tribal dances with a strong connection to communal celebration and nature worship are performed in central Indian states like Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. In the meantime, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Maharashtra make up Western India, or with vibrant rhythmic performances that frequently commemorate holidays, harvest, and historical lore. Every dance style, from the vibrant Garba of Gujarat to the magnificent Ghumar of Rajasthan, captures the distinct essence of its area, bringing people together and preserving traditions for future generations. Folk dances are mostly performed by tribal people in central India, especially in regions like Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. They are strongly linked to seasonal celebrations and ceremonies. For instance, following the harvest season, young boys in Chhattisgarh perform the Shaila dance, dancing in groups while creating rhythmic patterns with sticks. During the Karma festival, the Chhattisgarh born Karm dance or Karam dance is done in adoration with the Karam tree, which represents fertility and prosperity. There is the Matki dance, in which dancers gracefully move to folk music while balancing earthen pots on their heads. Is well liked by the women of the Malwa area of Madhya Pradesh. Folk performances in Western India, which includes states like Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Maharashtra, are more colorful and theatrical and are frequently connected to royal customs and festival occasions. Men and women dance in circular formations while clapping or holding adorn sticks in Gujarat's world famous Garba and Dandiyaras, which are performed during the Navratri festival. Women dressed in flowing ghagras execute the ancient Rajasthani dance known as Ghumar, which is renowned for its elegant and graceful motions. The Kalbelia dance we have is also from Rajasthan. Do a snake charmer dance called Kalbelia, which combines traditional music with serpentine body movements. Now, I'm going to talk about the folk performances from Chhattisgarh. A state with a rich cultural legacy, Chhattisgarh is home to a wide variety of folk dances and traditional theatre forms that capture the customs, values, and day to day activities of its many groups. The artistic disciplines are important manifestations of customs, social values, and day to day activities of the many groups. The Shaila dance is a stick dance that is primarily performed by men following the harvest season and represents thankfulness for a plentiful crop. In Sintrani, the dancers beat bamboo sticks against their neighbors' sticks in a rhythmic manner. This dance is sometimes called Dandapati or Dandanach, is particularly well liked in areas like Sarguja, Chhindwara, and Baitul. The Karam dance, where various tribes such as the Gonds, Baigas, and Orans practice it, which is linked to the worship of the Karam tree, which is revered because of its stories of survival and prosperity. A branch of the Karam tree is passed among the male and female dancers in a circle as they sing and dance in celebration of it. During the performance, the treasured branch must not come into contact with the ground. Women also do the Sua dance or the parrot dance, often referred to as the parrot dance, I said, to convey their feelings and historically to show romantic interest. To appease the goddess of riches, dancers circle a parrot effigy set within a bamboo pot while singing and moving in time. Within the community, this dance has ritualistic and social functions. We have the Raut Nach, which is celebrated by the Yadav community, also called the Dance of Cowherds, at the Dev Uthani Ekadashi celebration. The dance represents the never ending conflict between good and evil by recounting events from Lord Krishna's life. To the tune of traditional instruments, dancers, who are frequently dressed as cowherds, make energetic motions while using sticks. There is also Gendi dance, a vibrant and acrobatic show. Gendi dance features dancers balancing and acrobatically navigating among the crowd while atop bamboo slits or gendis. There is the Gaur dance, which is mostly done by the South Bastar tribes of Singmaria and Talaguramaria, represents the community's enthusiasm of hunting. The word gaur means a fierce or a fierce bison, and the dance mimics the way the animal moves. With female dancers decked with brass fillets and beaded necklace, joins the male dancers with rhythmic motions and tapping sticks, known as tirutudi. And the males wear headdresses embellished with cowries and peacock feathers and play flutes and drums. There is Gammat, a folk comedy with a theatrical flair that incorporates political and social criticism. Gammat shows use puns, slapstick, and wit to amuse while quietly addressing social issues. It is important for social commentary because of its essential elements of improvisation and community involvement. By conserving the state's rich traditions and promoting social harmony via creative expression, the traditional dances and theatre forms are essential to Chhattisgarh's cultural identity. Next, I'm going to talk about the folk performances from Madhya Pradesh. Known as the heart of India, Madhya Pradesh is home to a wide variety of folk dances and traditional theatre forms that showcase the state's rich cultural traditions. We have the Rai dance, which originated in Bundelkhand and gets its name from the mustard seeds, the Rai. Traditionally, dancers wear lehengas up to 17 yards long, producing a visual extravaganza reminiscent of a peacock's spread wings to celebrate weddings, regal victories, and bountiful harvest. Dynamic exchanges between the drummers and the dancers who perform acrobatic feats like the famous scorpion position are what defines the show. The Jaura dance, which is well liked among the Bundelkhand region's peasantry, is performed to give thanks to the gods for a bountiful harvest during the reaping and harvesting season. Intricate movements are performed by both male and female dancers as they balance baskets of the jawar crop on their heads, also signifying thankfulness and prosperity. Women sitting on the ground with tiny cymbals fastened to their bodies perform the Tertali dance, which is performed by the Kamar tribe. They demonstrate incredible ability and coordination as they beat these cymbals rhythmically while holding swords between their teeth and balancing pots on their heads. March means stage in Hindi is a well known theatre style from the Malwa region. It was invented by Gopalji Guru and Balu Mukundji and is acknowledged as the state drama of Madhya Pradesh. Themes from epics like the Mahabharata and Ramayana, local folklore, and historical events are all incorporated into March performances. They have changed over time to tackle modern socioeconomic problems, including landlessness and literacy. Hindustani classical music is played during the performances. You can see combining the folk and classical elements and is enhanced by instruments like the harmonium, dhol, and sarangi. Throughout the performance, a vidusha or a comedian plays a crucial role, while a coordinator serves as the drama's anchor. We have the Bhagoria festival. Although essentially a festival, The Jabua district's Bhagoria event includes theatrical components where young women and men sing and dance, resulting in customs of matchmaking. The state's rich customs and communal life are revealed through these folk dances and theatre forms, which are essential to Madhya Pradesh cultural legacy. They are honored and conserved, demonstrating the resilient nature of the area's varied cultures. Next, I'm going to talk about the folk performances from Maharashtra and Goa. Traditionally performed by ladies wearing colorful 9 yard saris, Nauvari, and heavily decked with jewelry, this dynamic dance, Lavani, blends rhythms with emotive narrative. There are two subgenres of Lavani: Nirguni Lavani, emphasizing spiritual and intellectual subjects, and romantic and sensual themes are the focus of Shringarik Lavani, which is frequently used in plays like Tamasha. What is Tamasha? A traditional Maharashtra folk theatre performance that blends dance, drama, and music. It frequently includes political and social criticism and is delivered with vivacious gestures, clever speech, and unplanned humor. The very famous Koli dance, performed by the Koli fishing community, imitates fishing techniques, including casting nets and rowing boats. The coordinated steps of the dancers, who are all dressed in vibrant clothing, depict their everyday lives and fishing coordination. The Vakaris, a devotional cult, popularized the Dindi, a devotional dance that portrays Lord Krishna's light-hearted side. Dindi is usually performed by both men and women on the Ekadashi day of the holy month of Kartik, accompanied by instruments such as the mridangam. We have Lezin, a lively group dance, accompanied with metallic cymbals. Processions and cultural events frequently feature this lively act, which combines synchronized no motions and jumps with rhythmic jingling. The dance Gajadhangari is performed in honor of Lord Biruba by the Dhangar group, which is the shepherd group. Dancers celebrate their appreciation for nature and cattle by dressing traditionally in turbans and colorful shawls and white dhotis. We have Poaras, which are dramatic productions that narrate the valiant experiences of renowned warriors such as Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. This style blends expressive movements with souls and seals and obviously narrative singing. The Gondhal, a ceremonial dance, is offered to the gods such as Khandoba and goddess Renuka. Performed during religious events and festivals, it consists of storytelling and singing accompanied by traditional instruments. Bharud is another folk dance drama that blends religious lessons, humor, and social commentary. Bharut performances were first developed by Sant Eknath, combines dancing, singing, and moral narration to explore themes of social justice and righteousness. We have Dekhni, a semi classical dance performed by ladies, but it has mostly the folk elements. We have Dashavatar, the ancient folk theatre, which is based on the 10 avatars of Lord Vishnu, using ornate costumes and masks to recreate legendary tales with dramatic facial expressions and movements. The Dhangar people, which I have mentioned earlier, live in the hill areas of Goa, perform the Dhangar dance. The religious and rhythmic dance is done during Navratri, reflects their way of life and customs. Also, we have a war dance honoring King Harihara II of the Vijayanagara Empire, whose triumph against the Cholas is called Musal Khel. A prominent Satriya villager leads the performers as they mimic the Cholas' iconic bear capture while displaying martial arts technique. We have Birbhadra, a traditional dance honoring Lord Shiva's companion Birbhadra. In order to represent battle readiness, a performer in royal regalia wields two swords as a drum and cymbals are played. The culturally rich regions of Gujarat, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, and Daman and Diu also have their distinctive folk dances, which I'll be discussing in my next slide. Now, the folk dances of Gujarat, Dadra, and Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu. The Garba dance, which is done around a central lamp or picture of the goddess Shakti and represents the cycle of life, is derived from the Sanskrit term sorry, is derived from the Sanskrit terms garbha, womb, and deepa, lamp. The Garba dance, which is done around a central lamp or picture of goddess Shakti and represents the cycle of life, is derived from the Sanskrit terms. Garb means womb and deep means lamp. The majority of the dancers are women, and they dress in vibrant garments like bandhni dupattas, ghagras, and embroidered cholis, which are adorned with silver jewelry. Particularly during Navratri, the dance elegant circular motions represent devotion and celebration. We have the Dandiya Ras, also referred to as the stick dance. So you see, we have various forms of stick dance. We also have the Kathi Nach, right? So Dandiya depicts the fictitious battle between Mahishasur, the demon king, and the goddess Durga. With the use of instruments like dhol, participants, both men and women, use adorned sticks or dandiyas to execute complex choreographed moves to a rhythmic beats. We have the Tippani dance, originating in the Chorwar area of Saurashtra, customarily performed by female workers who beat the floor with long sticks called tippanis, mimicking the process of driving lime into the foundations of home. Two lines of dancers sing as they rhythmically strike the ground. The dance is frequently done at festivals, weddings, and what do they demonstrate? The solidarity and strength. The Padhar community, mostly fishermen who reside closely to the sea, also portrays scenes from their everyday lives, particularly rowing boats. Songs about water and marine life are played as the dancers make rowing motions while holding tiny sticks. Their intimate connection to aquatic habits is reflected in the performance. The Bharwar Shepherd group is known for the Hudo dance, which imitates the head butting motions of ship. So you can imagine how folk dance originates. Some from the harvest, some from the head butting motions of ship, some from the shepherds, like many inspirations they have. Dancers mimic these movements by clapping repeatedly, signifying life and ties to the community. Both men and women take part, wearing traditional clothing embellished with silver decorations. The Tarpa dance, which is performed around the tarpa, a wind instrument constructed of bamboo and gourd, is an essential part of the Koli, Warli, and Kokna tribes' everyday. The Gheria dance, happening during Diwali, the Dubla community or the Dubla community performs this group dance, which includes a leader wearing peacock feathers and an elaborate headpiece. One dancer wields a long stick, which enhances the visual appeal, while male dancers utilize sticks akin to dandiya to create rhythmic patterns. We have Bhavai, a 700-year history of a Gujarati folk theatre that uses dance, song, and slang humor to depict everyday life and social themes. They are also known as Veshas, and these performances are typically held in public areas and are distinguished by their humorous theme. The acts are accompanied by instruments like the harmonium, tabla, and bhongal. In the past, Bhavaiya male actors have performed in all roles, including those of female characters. Next, I'm going to talk about the folk performances from Rajasthan. Rajasthan has a rich history of traditional theatre and folk dances that capture the spirit, history, and feelings of its people. The folk dances of Rajasthan are a vibrant fusion of traditional attire, rhythm, music, and storytelling. They are typically performed at social events, weddings, and festivals, For example, we have the Khumar, originally a Bhil tribal dance, but they were taken in by the Rajput aristocracy. Women performed important attributes, including elegant spins or pirouettes in broad circular patterns. We have seen the Ghumar dance mostly in the Hindi movies of India. Also, traditional clothing includes veils and flowing ghagras, accompanied by dholak and traditional music, represents the happiness and femininity of the Ghumar dance. The Kalbelia tribe performs Kalbelia dance by moving the body in a snake like seniors dance, steps and quick spins and synchronized footwork. They have typically black outfits that swirl and include mirror work with intricate embroidery. They honor the snake lore and the nomadic way of life. Women from the Kalbelia, Jat, Meena, and Bhil communities performed Bhavai. And what are the, important features of it or the uniqueness of it? That 8 to 9 brass pots are placed on the heads of the dancers. They perform on glass, upturned bottles, edges of swords, and they also carry pots with lamps burning, representing happiness on important events. We have the women from the Kamar community who performs Teratali. And how it is performed? With 13 brass discs or manjiras fastened to limbs. You can very well imagine how difficult it is to dance in such a manner. But they do it with full agility and strength. They play with the hands and legs in the rhythmic manner. They are joined by a harmonium and a male vocalist. Kachi Ghori dance is also done by men. Traditional Rajasthani theatre combines music, dialogue, and dance to narrate tales of mythology, love, and heroism. The puppet theatre, or Katputli, is carried out by the Bhat community. Puppeteers who manipulate wooden string puppets, also known as Katputlis, and they have music and narratives in the background. They take tales from regional folklores or epics like the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. Much is performed in Hadoti, in Kota Bundi, and the religious and social themes in musical theatre in open semicircular stage. They have strong sense of humor and satirical undertones, and they include folktales and ballads in narratives. Now, we are nearing the end of our lecture. In the rich cultural heritage of Western and Central India, is vividly expressed in folk dances and folk theatre. Even though they are different, they have a few things in common, as they show the social, religious, and daily lives of the communities. They have the folk dances and the plays, which play a strong foundation in community involvement. They promote solidarity and, you know, playing in during Navratri, men and women gather in big circles to celebrate the Garba dance, which is popular in Gujarat. They also have the common theme of religion and mythology, as the religious tales serve as the basis for many performances in order to spread moral and spiritual lessons. Madhya Pradesh March theatre frequently performs scenes from the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. They also use the music and the dance with the storytelling and narratives. We have the very famous Lavani dancers, and they wear traditional clothes and props are used. And the storytelling, as I have said, frequently combines dance, music, and conversation with it. The components combine to tell stories of romance and heroism and gives us a various and a variety of aspects. Thank you for listening to me, and we'll meet more in the coming lectures.